In a small, forgotten kingdom, where the winds whispered secrets and the stars seemed closer than dreams, there lived a little Shehzadi. But this is not the story of a princess who had everything. This is the story of a princess who lost everything and still became stronger than a queen. Once upon a time, in a beautiful golden palace surrounded by gardens of roses, lived a little girl named Shehzadi Noor. Her laughter once filled the halls, her tiny footsteps echoed like music. But one day, everything changed. Her father, the king, fell seriously ill. The palace that once sparkled with joy turned silent. Doctors came from distant lands. Wise men whispered prayers, but nothing worked. And one cold night, the king closed his eyes forever. Noor was too young to understand death, but she understood one thing. Her world had shattered. She would sit near the window every night, looking at the sky. "Baba, when will you come back?" she whispered. But the stars stayed silent. Her mother, the queen, was lost in grief. The palace servants spoke in hushed tones, and slowly, the little Shehzadi became invisible. As time passed, greedy ministers took control of the kingdom. They saw Noor not as a princess, but as an obstacle. One dark evening, they made a decision. "Send her away," they said. "She is too young. No one will notice." And just like that, the little Shehzadi was abandoned. Wrapped in a simple shawl, with tears in her eyes, Noor was left in a distant village. No guards, no palace, no crown. Only silence. For the first time in her life, she felt fear. The nights were cold, the roads were empty, and hunger became her only companion. But sometimes, when life takes everything away, it gives you something unexpected. An old woman found Noor sitting under a tree. Her face was dirty, her eyes filled with tears. "Who are you, child?" the woman asked gently. Noor stayed silent. The woman smiled. "Come with me." And that night, for the first time since losing her father, Noor felt safe. Days turned into weeks, and Noor began a new life. She helped the old woman, fetched water, cooked simple meals. No royal clothes, no servants, but something strange happened. She started to smile again. One day, the village faced a terrible drought. Crops dried up, people suffered. The villagers panicked. But Noor remembered her father's words. A true leader serves others first. Even though she was just a child, she stepped forward. She organized the villagers, shared food wisely, encouraged everyone to stay strong, and slowly, hope returned. The villagers began to notice something. This little girl, she was different. Her words carried wisdom. Her actions inspired courage. "Who is she?" they whispered. No one knew, but everyone felt it. She was not just a girl. She was born to lead. Years passed. Noor grew stronger, wiser, braver. One day, a traveler arrived in the village. He looked at Noor tearfully, and then he gasped. This is the lost Shehzadi." The truth spread like fire. The villagers were shocked. Their little Noor was the princess of the kingdom. The people demanded justice. They marched towards the kingdom, with Noor at the front. The corrupt ministers trembled. The girl they once abandoned had returned, but she was no longer weak. She was fearless. Noor entered the palace, not as a child, but as a leader. The ministers fell at her feet. "Forgive us!" For a moment, silence filled the hall. Noor looked at them and said softly, "Justice will be served, but not with cruelty." She removed them from power, but chose mercy over revenge. Noor was crowned as the queen, but she never forgot the cold nights, the hunger, the pain. She ruled with kindness. She cared for the poor. She listened to every voice, and the kingdom flourished like never before. The little Shehzadi who once cried under the stars became a queen who lit up the world. Her story reminds us, sometimes life breaks you, not to destroy you, but to make you stronger. So if you ever feel lost, if the world turns your back on you, remember the little Shehzadi, because your story is not over yet.